Okay. You have to do this like one layer at a time. So here are our Concord grapes. They look like blueberries. Look at them. But they're not.
Pretty.
They are grapes. So I'm going to get, there's 1.5 cups of water in there. And Jeff has to mash these in layers.
Are you live yet?
Yep. I am. I have one person watching. You.
Okay, well, I've got a... Amy James and So is back.
Welcome back, ladies. Jeff is mashing the grapes in the pot.
Okay, let's get over here, get you back up. Okay, I am set. And then Jan's back.
Hi, Jan.
Welcome back, ladies.
So Jeff is just crushing grapes one layer at a time to get out that beautiful juice. Ready for more?
Yeah, you brought the more.
Robert's back. I thought you went to work, Robert.
He quit his job.
But
look at these beautiful grapes.
They do look like blueberries.
They do. But they're honestly really grapes. Is there not a better crushing device?
Yeah.
I gotta go start some water for tea.
What?
Walk on.
Walk on them, eh? You're funny. That doesn't even look like it's crushing.
He's at work. Nights. Sunday night work.
Nice to be at work and be able to go on the computer. What a life.
Jack, Snapple, Pop.
Try this. Try pushing it with that. My meat masher. Try that. See if that works any better. So I'm following the recipe off the pectin, out of the pectin box. And this is the pectin we're using. Bernardin, no sugar added pectin.
No sugar needed.
No sugar needed.
Add as much as you want.
Whoa, I just lost my bag. Is that working better?
About the same.
Oh, well, have some more. All the rest of them. So I've got my jars washed and soaking in the sink with scalding hot water. Is that even gonna boil?
Yeah, it will. That's what I did last time. These will macerate a lot better too when it's hotter.
Yeah, that's true. So I need a total of 8 cups of grape juice in order to make 2 batches of jelly. 2. Put it on the back burner because I think it'll be a little bit better. Yes.
Lynn Young, hi.
Hi, Lynn.
That's what I said the other day. So, can you imagine Ruby stamping grapes like Lucy?
Yeah, we don't have a vat for that.
Oh, what?
Some kind of vat that you dump them in and step all over in them.
Oh,
Squishing grapes.
I read up a
between
thing on
30
that
feet.
episode, and the lady was Italian that was in there with her, and she was just pissing a bitch, I guess, because Lucy was cracking up. Hey, Lise. Linda Shaw. Welcome back,
because you wouldn't be able to
everybody.
use that. They would just get in the way.
Okay. I'm just going to sit here and wait for those grapes to come to a boil. And then we're going to boil them for 10 minutes. We're going to hard boil the shit out of them. Shh. And these don't have to be pressure canned. These can just be water bathed or steam canned. And we're steam canning them because we have a steam canner. And a steam canner uses less electricity, less water, and it takes less time as opposed to a boiling water bath because you got to fill your canner 1 inch above the jars and get that to a boil. And then you got to hard boil it for, how long do we boil these for?
Initially 10 minutes.
Okay, so anything from the National Center of Home Food Preservation, anything that is cooked or processed for more than 10 or more minutes, you do not have to sterilize your jars or lids because they get sterilized in the process of the processing time that it goes. So according to the National Food of Home Preservation, all you have to do is wash your jars in soapy water, rinse them, put your rings aside. Don't ever, ever boil your seals. Because according to Bernardin, which is the sister company to Ball, which are both mason jar companies, but the Bernardin is the Canadian-made glass and Ball is the American. Like, we can't buy Ball jars here. Our jars are all Bernardin that say Mason on them.
Golden Harvest.
You can buy off-brands in Ball that they also make, and they are Kerr jars, Kerr. That's the American ones. The Canadian off-brand, which is a little bit cheaper, but it's still made by Mason, are called Golden Harvest jars. So they're the same quality jars as the Kerr, and Ball is the same quality as Bernardin. So Bernardin are much more expensive, same with Ball. Ball is a more expensive jar than it would be for Kerr. And I like to buy my jars when they go on sale. And that's the only time I usually buy them. The jars I'm using today are these Golden Harvest?
Those are Golden Harvest.
Golden Harvest. So these jars are these jars are more expensive. These are 14 something for 12 jars. And these are only the they're half of a pint. So they're half pint. They're 250 milliliter jars. And a pint is 500 milliliters. So I always buy whatever's on sale. So Golden Harvest was on sale. I own a lot of Bernardin jars. I own a lot of all kinds of jars. My cold storage probably has in and around 400 to 500 jars preserved downstairs in my cold cellar that we have canned since starting when we got our pressure canner, which I believe was back in April.
Yeah.
In April. We have been pressure canning homemade chicken broth, beef broth, We pressure canned corn the other day because that has to be pressure canned because again, it's a low acid food. You have to pressure can it. And we follow all tested recipes, and 90% of our recipes are from Ball or from Bernardin or from Healthy Canning, which is highly recommended from the National Food of Home Preservation. They recommend that site as well. That those are all, and really, they're not even her recipes. She writes up a blog and a website, but they're all Bernardin and Ball recipes that she just verbatim puts them on her site. But she does talk a lot about in-depth of canning procedures, what you need to do to have safe preserves, little things here and there that that can help keep things crispy, but is, and again, still safe to make. So Jeff and I have only been making stuff. We don't use any Google. We don't Google a recipe and hope it's it's a tested and safe one. We don't do that. They either have to come from Bernardin, and this is Bernardin because this is their little insert that's in the pectin box. And that's the one that we're making. We're making their grape jelly recipe right from here. So this is right from the pectin box. So this is a tested and a safe recipe to make. What else do you need to know? We made cowboy candy, which is candied jalapeno. Oh my God, it's got to have been the most incredibly good thing we've ever made. And my beets are incredibly good. And again, the beets came from the Ball book. I have the preserving book, the Ball book. I follow the books. And that recipe is called Golden Harvest Beets, but you can use red beets. You don't have to use golden beets. Those are really hard to find. I don't ever see golden beets anywhere. So you can substitute those for purple beets because they have the same amount of acidity. There's no lack thereof of acidity, which is probably Zippo. But pickled beets are pickled in like a ton of vinegar. So there's your acid. You don't have to worry about anything. But the cowboy candy, unbelievable. We made pickled roasted red peppers. We made we made chicken soup with chicken in it. We canned lemon garlic chicken. That has to be pressure canned because it has to reach 240 degrees or higher in temperature in order to kill botulism. Hello, Debbie Baker. She's here.
Debbie Baker, woohoo!
My fingers are burning from squishing those.
Hey,
peppers.
Debbie. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Squishing.
Starting to see a little bit of action.
We've been doing a lot of dehydrating, a lot of like preserving, a lot of food. Like I made, I'll show you them. Instead of trying to explain this, I'll show you them. These are the handiest, dandiest things ever. These are called, now we went to the farmer's market and we bought, I don't know, hundreds of garlic. So I made garlic pucks. So what you do with these is you mince all your garlic. It's all minced, and you put them in ice cube trays, and you drop these in your soups. They're just fresh garlic that was made. See, they're just called garlic pucks, and it's lots of fresh garlic. I gave my daughter a bunch of it, so I still have lots. We made garlic pucks. We made onions. We cubed onions, and we made peppers because we had too many peppers left over. So I cut those all into pieces and we got to vacuum seal those. I'm pretty sure they're frozen now. But yeah, you just pull out a garlic puck when you need one in your soup, in your stew, in your stir fry. It averages out to about 3 cloves of garlic, each one of these. And I bought specific ice cube trays just for this garlic because it'll stink up your ice cube trays. So that's what I use.
BJ, hello.
Oh, hello, and I went to the dollar store and this is what I bought. Just these ice cube trays that are solely for garlic. See? And that's what I put my garlic in, and that's what I froze my garlic in and popped them all out, put them in a bag, and away you go. I keep them in a bag because they're kind of stinky.
Oh my
no
God,
matter what
I'm
I do.
so brave farting. BJ is. Oh my God.
How are you, BJ? And you know what I like about these ice cube trays from the dollar store? They have
Hey,
these,
Sandy.
they have these cool lids. So you put your garlic in, you snap them shut, and they don't stink up your freezer. Pretty good. Trying to get this to come to a boil, and Jeff can smash it down some more. Let's put a lid on that. Hi, Sandy. How are you, BJ? I'm fine, thank you. How's Miss Sandy? See you for my sister's new place, getting it ready for her very rough week for her. One more red devil treatment and 2-week break, and then back on chemo 1 week. Aw. So,
Yay, Amy.
yeah.
Have you seen them get together yet, or? They're probably hiding in separate corners of the house.
So what I have here is a pot. I have a mesh strainer, and I have a wet butter cheesecloth. Now this cheesecloth is like muslin. It's almost like muslin, but it's 2 layers here. 2 layers of cheesecloth. I'm only going to use 1 layer because this will take forever to go through. So it's very, very fine mesh cheesecloth. So I am going to cut one off just so I can just rinse it and use it. So that's what we're using to strain our grapes to get juice. We need juice. So I'll save this piece of cheesecloth. It is wet. If I need it to continue with straining the grapes, I'll just use it. But for now, I'm straining it into there. This baby here is our steam canner, which is lovely because all you do, this will hold, I think it will hold all the jars. You put only enough water to cover the bottom, and then you sit your jars on here. You put the lid on. It's got a little hole right there where the steam comes out. And I usually face that to my stove so it goes up in the vent. And then you wait for the indicator on here to get to your green zone. So I'm zone 1, so mine is green. So I have to wait for the needle to get to zone 1, which is the green over here. Then once the red needle hits there, then we can start the 10-minute timer and let the jars steam for 10 minutes, and then they're done. And then you wait 5 minutes before you take the lid off, you turn the heat off, you let it sit. So I am going to buy another one of those, and I'm going to ditch my water bath canner because I hate that thing. as opposed to this thing. This thing is the bomb. And it holds exactly the same amount of jars as your water bath canner does. Those big enameled ones, you know. It holds exact same amount of jars. So 7 quarts. This will hold 7 quarts. Yeah, that steam canner is the bomb. So I was gonna buy one the other day, and I noticed the price went from $70 to $98, and I said, "Oh, screw you, buy." Not buying that right now. It's because this is preservation time, harvest time. People are harvesting all their gardens and buying canners and steamers and pots and pans. So what do? They up the price to gouge people. So I'll wait till the price goes back down because we're pretty much done all our harvesting, all our canning. The last thing I want to make is maple candied jalapenos. And it's basically the same recipe, but it's not. It's basically close to the same recipe as the candied jalapenos. Now, these are my candied jalapenos. These things are so good. Oh my God, I love it. It looks like relish, but you've got to taste this. Oh my word. These are so good. And the brine that you put in these, we canned all the leftover brine for marinade because the brine, oh, I wish it had smell-o-vision. Smell that. It smells incredibly good. Now, I had these. Mine is not hot. This is Jeff's, I think.
Yeah.
This one's the hot one. I left the seeds and the pith in it. But the ones I made for myself, I took all the seeds and the pith out of it in order to keep mine mild because I can't eat hot jalapenos. And it's mild. It's really, really good. Very good. Which gem is this one?
Let me see. Yeah, it's blueberry.
Blueberry?
Blueberry.
You tighten the lace so freaking tight you just can't get them off. And these are my pickled beets that I just made the other night. These are in the refrigerator because we've been eating them. And I put these kind of seals on them instead of the rings. But these are my pickled beets with onions. Look at, yummy. So good. Oh. Pickle crisp is amazing. Try that. They're still very crunchy. Not crunchy, but very firm. Oh my God, guys, you have to try this recipe from the Ball book. This is so good. And I bought these off of Amazon. I got a whole bunch of wide mouth and regular mouth.
What? One with the hot pepper in it?
No.
No?
No, I never opened hot pepper jar, or did I?
Isn't that one that I see right there?
Oh, it does have the hot. They are. Okay, this one has the hot pepper in it, but they're not hot for me. They are a little bit dang, a little bit hot. But those beets are good. We just made these the other night from the farmer's market. I don't want that. That is permanently going to be stained. My wooden spoon.
It's already stained.
Well, look at all these other ones that we stained and they came out.
Yeah, but those two were already stained, so I just used them again.
Okay.
That's why
Are those ones? No, because this is the one I use in my beets, my big spoon. This one's not stained.
No, because I know the purple one is. That's
Okay, yeah. There's another stained spoon.
that's from blueberries.
These are from the blueberries. So, they stain your spoons. but they're still usable. So you're supposed to bring this to a boil and boil it for 10 minutes and then strain it. Is that boiling yet?
It's not hard boiled.
Oh, no, it has to be a hard boil. Because then those will break down even more.
It smells like grape.
Smells like grape.
Mhm.
Let's see how tart it is. Oh. Oh, these are not as tart as the
Yeah,
first
they are
ones
not.
at all.
I kept tasting when I went out there just to see if they were.
So we're not going to need a lot of sugar in this. So I would say 1 cup, maybe 1.5 cups of honey. No, my daughter wanted me to make pepper jelly, red pepper jelly. I bet you it's good. Yeah. So we follow timers, we time everything. When we have 2 canners going, I use my phone. I tell Siri to set a timer, and then we use our timer on our stove for the other pots.
There you go.
Now it's at a hard boil.
Yep.
Okay, so it says stir occasionally. Set it for 10 minutes. So we hard boil this for 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. Fog the camera. Normally
Jeff,
we would
you
have
stir so well.
Yep, but that will help break down the grapes.
Yeah. Well, macerate a little bit.
So this is the last pick of the year for our grapes.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they're done. The birds can just finish eating what they've started because the birds have been at our grapes like crazy, and the squirrels. The birds really love grapes. I was really thinking long and hard about picking grape leaves and pickling them, but I don't know what I would ever make with grape leaves and what grape leaves even taste like. Has anybody ever made anything with grape leaves?
Stuffed grape leaves with rice and hamburger.
Does it taste like cabbage?
Cabbage? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I'm not exactly sure how to describe what grape leaves taste.
Right. Well,
You do have to boil them.
no, I think you do have to cook them. I don't know if there's a tested recipe for canning grape leaves. Some of our grape leaves are the size of my head. They're so big. And I mean huge. Unfortunately, guys, I have to turn the fan on because that's just going to cause a lot of humidity and it'll help draw the steam away from the camera. Just take some of that steam out because the steam is very, very, makes the house very hot. So nobody's ever made anything with grape leaves, really? I know the East Indian, Middle Eastern people make dolma or doma with grape leaves, and I don't even know what that is. But what that?
Eat rice.
Yeah, tomato sauce over top. We made tons of tomato sauce last weekend. We made spaghetti sauce. We made pizza sauce. No, we made marinara, which is just like a pizza sauce. It's so good. Where do you buy them, Sandy? You buy them already stuffed? It's getting hot in here. I'm having a hot flash. But yeah, knew how to preserve my wood, but I don't know how, and I don't know if there's a tested recipe. Jeff will go look sometimes on the university extensions. The universities have lots and lots of tested recipes that are recommended by the National Food and Home Preservation. They recommend a lot of universities. Like I made from the University of Mexico. I made what? New Mexico. I made their salsa. They made that too last month. I made that salsa from that. That's a tested recipe. Oh, the salsa turned out so good. It's so good.
Robert wants to know if you're heating up your honey.
No, I'm not.
Or I
heating it
can't.
up.
That red heart thing, they put it in the wrong place. You can't read the darn comment.
This liquid honey. This heats up. This pours out very nicely. This is not the one you have to really heat up. So I'm considering adding 1 cup of honey and 1 cup of sugar to this each batch, and that should be enough sweetener because honey is so good in jam. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This is 100% Canadian pure liquid honey. I love this honey. Jeff's got a bottle of habanero honey and it is hot.
Yeah, just add a
We
little
bought
bit.
it from the farmer's market. We've been going there a lot lately and supporting a lot of local farmers. We even bought, for the first time ever, we bought grass-fed, grass-finished beef. So we bought ribeye steaks. There was 2 of them. That cost $80 for grass-fed, grass-finished beef. And I'll tell you what, there is a huge difference in normal meat from the store and grass-fed, grass-finished steak or beef or whatever meat. Unbelievably good. So yeah, we bought bacon, which was incredibly good. We went back a month or so later and we bought some more steaks to have for that barbecue, and we had those again. Those were only $70. They were smaller, but unbelievable. Grass-fed, grass-finished beef is the way to go. Yes, it is much more expensive beef. And we have a lot of local farmers here in our city that, well, in the country, but they do grass-fed pork, beef, chickens, all of that, all organic stuff. But you pay the price. It's not something I want to fill my freezer full of grass-fed beef. That would be a very small fortune.
Yeah, it's looking good now.
They're mashing down.
Yeah, you got the mash.
They're getting dark too.
Yeah, it's like a wine color.
Yeah, so it's a purpley wine color. It's actually a nice color. See? That's the color of them. Very nice.
Looks like wine.
Yeah. So I got my honey ready. I got my sugar ready. I'm just using a little bit of sugar. I don't want sweet jam, but I don't want super sour jam either. So we have 3 minutes left, and then we have to start straining the grapes. Yeah, see if we can get 8 cups. You want to grab the 4 cup with me?
Yeah, 4 cups prepared juice.
Yeah, 4 cups of prepared juice. So this is a 4-cup measuring for Pyrex. And this is just to scoop them. I like this because I hang it off the edge of the pot. The handle hangs off the pot nicely. So we'll do that. So I am also going to use an old cookie sheet to do this on. Because I don't want it to stain all my stuff, like my wooden cutting board. That's exactly what will happen. It will stain it. Looking good, looking good. 2 more minutes. I'll go for a quick smoke.
Less than a minute.
Less than a minute now, but it doesn't matter if it cooks even a minute longer. It's not hardcore. Slide this over.
Turn it off.
You turned it off?
Yeah, I don't need that much anymore.
Okay. All right. Let's grab this pot. Remove the lid. Whoo. Here you go. Let's get to, where's my rubber spatula? Let's get to straining this beautiful grape juice. Now just go around and around, strain the juice out. You can see all the seeds in it, of course. It's got a lot of seeds. But you want to get all that nice, yummy, yummy juice.
That's just the mash.
Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum.
It smells incredibly good. It smells better than the last batch we did, Jeff.
Now we're ready.
It's been a long time since I had a grape fresh off the vine. Long time.
So there's our juice, looking good. Still lots in here. I just usually squish it down with my rubber spatula.
It wasn't so dang hot, you could just squeeze the whole bag.
Yeah, well, I can't because it is.
Yeah, too hot. Too hot. You burn your fingers.
I will. Okay, if you want to grab this, I will hold this up and you pour the pot
Pour the pot is in
into
there.
there. Yeah, like we did last time. Get all the juice out. Okay. Perfect.
Bye, Debbie. Have a great day, sweetie.
Have a good day, Debbie.
Tell your sister we said hello.
That's 2 cups so far. So we need 8 cups. And I'm pretty sure we'll get that. Just want to keep that up. So I'm going to dump this mush once I get it squeezed out. Because before I dump more in here, it's just going to fill up and I'll have a hell of a time straining it through. And this was a wet cheesecloth. They tell you to wet the cheesecloth. So it was wet. This is starting to look like just mush, like it's ready to be discarded. And it'll go into our compost. Which I will hold this up, squeeze a little bit of it out without burning myself by just turning the bag.
That won't burst, will it?
Nope.
Robert said, don't throw it out. Put it in another pan. Save it for later.
And do what with it, Robert? Okay. Into the compost it goes. So I'm going to go
Just
rinse off
imagine some nice grape
my cloth.
crisp cake. Boil again, he said.
Oh,
That
you
might
do that?
work. It might get more juices out of it.
he said to boil it again. All right. Second round. I rinsed out my cloth. Throw some more in.
I wonder how grapes would work in a juicer.
People have those juicers. They just cook their grapes in it and they juice it. They got those juicers pots. They're kind of neat. They're kind of expensive. Believe me, this is scalding hot. So what I'm going to get you to do is once you reach the 4, it has to go into a non-reactive stainless steel pot for jam making.
And then that's one.
What?
That's one time.
Yeah, and then the other one you could just leave in there. Okay. I'm going to squeeze it out a little bit. Got lots of juice in there too.
As a matter of fact, that's almost
You can make wine with this,
you could.
potentially. But I think the process is different.
Well, you wouldn't.
You got to ferment them.
You wouldn't heat it.
No, you got to ferment the grapes. But I'm not interested in making red wine. I don't drink red wine. Ever. I don't drink wine, period.
Me neither.
No, I
Wine
don't
makes me
drink at
sleepy.
all. All right, I think that's good. Snap here. And there is your four cups.
You're over.
Oh, it's not a big deal. Do you want to give me that pot? So there's our 4 cups. This will be the start of our first batch of grape jelly. So that can go there. And then we'll start our next 4 cups because we're only able to make 2. Compost.
Oh, yeah. Mash will break down fast.
I wrung that out pretty darn good. It was kind of dry. Good. Carry on. More.
It's a beautiful little juice.
What?
It's a beautiful little juice.
Grape juice is beautiful.
Pour a little bit over that, over some ice, and have a
She's like,
gulp.
"Keep
Yum.
Yeah.
Fresh grape juice.
Yep. Well, there's going to be some juice left. Jeff will make syrup with it.
Grape
Ooh,
juice steak
grape
sauce.
syrup to put over pancakes. Ooh, yum.
You just fill up a can. You can process grape juice.
Yeah, I know.
Gina.
I've seen people do that. They just process the juice and not make jam. You want to get another kettle of hot water in the kettle going because those jars are cooling off.
I already put a hot boiling water in
Well, again?
Yeah.
Twice?
there. Yeah, twice.
Oh. Well, just get them really hot because this stuff will be scalding hot when it comes out of the pot. Okay. So, time for squeezy. Lemon squeezy.
in that.
It is very hot. All right, I think that's good. Good enough. Okay.
You're at
Wow, we're almost at 4 cups.
almost 4 cups again.
Yeah.
A little
So,
bit
here,
more.
Jeff,
Yeah. Oh.
now the process of making the jam will go very quickly.
Sugarfoot.
All right, this is the last stream,
That's hurrah.
last one.
I just poured in there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there ain't much left.
No, that'll get us our 4 cups. There. Good enough. Goodbye. All right, this is the last. So that gave us a good 8 cups. I am not going to worry about the little bit that's left. As long as I get my 8 cups, I'm good. But now the process of making the jam goes very quickly, and you got to be pretty quick. Okay, we've got our 4 cups. Do you want to pour that?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yep.
All right, let this just sit and drip. Get it out of my way. I do the rest of the cooking. All right, we are going to slide this over again, because we need to be on the stove. So in this saucepan, we need to add, I'm going to move this out of the way. And we need to add, Jeff, read this. Oh, I got my glasses, never mind. Okay. Measure required juice, large stainless steel saucepan, add lemon juice if specified. Grape juice, 4 cups, no sugar, peanut, and sweetener. So this one does not call for lemon juice. So the stands add lemon juice if half teaspoon of butter or margarine. Okay, so let's add half teaspoon of butter. Jeff, I need a little knife.
Butter.
Yeah. I'm going to use this wooden spoon. So I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of butter. This will really help in the foaming. That looks like a whole teaspoon, so we'll just do half. Save that for the other one. And the pectin. So this is the no sugar added pectin. So we have to bring this to a boil now. Stir it all up. Bring it to a hard boil. Here. Bring mixture to a full rolling boil. If using sweetener or sugar, add it now. So that's after. And then you have to bring it to a... Just leave that.
Oh,
That's the pectin.
oh, that is? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Thought that was a mash.
No, it's the pectin. It's all clumpy right now.
Okay.
You gotta let it melt. All right, I need a 1 cup measuring.
It's a little bit thick. Oh, you have it already.
What?
The 1 cup measure is enough. Kelly loves sugar in it. It's sticky.
Yeah, I'm finding it sticky. So that's going to be for the honey. And I have stuff splattered everywhere.
On me too.
It's all over my hands.
On me.
I hate this burner. For some reason, this one worked better.
You ever have a friend that just don't have no common sense whatsoever?
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's so stupid. He's so stupid. He's so stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
I like to use my rubber spatula for this. I like to clean down the edge of it.
Hey, Gene.
Hi, Dean. Okay.
I had a phone call, so what did I miss?
Didn't miss anything. We're just trying to get this to a boil, hard boil,
And you add the sugar.
and then we boil it for 1 minute and then start canning it. And it's imperative, absolutely imperative. You literally boil that, hard boil that for 1 minute, or your jam will not set. Your jelly will not set. I promise you. You don't follow that golden rule. If it says hard boil 1 minute, you wait till it comes to a hard boil. Usually it's a boil you can't stir down. It takes a bit of time for it to come to a boil, but once it does, you can see it's starting to kind of boil around the edges. But it has to be a hard boil. And the butter is just to reduce some of the foaming, which I'm going to grab a tablespoon so I can scoop the foam. Because it will still get a bit of foam. Or I might overfill my jars. I've got my vinegar ready and my paper towel to wipe the rims of the jars because they do get sticky. It's starting to boil around the edges, but you will tell when this is at a hard boil.
So I got to tell the story.
Okay.
A friend and another friend, he's been wanting a leather riding motorcycle jacket. Well, my other friend, she goes on goodwill.com and she found a 3X fringed used jacket, and I think they ended up getting top bid at $25 for it, which is a heck of a savings. Well,
You
come to
got that
find
right.
out, the jacket does not fit him because he needs like a 4 or 5X.
Sounds good.
Well, he decided to take the pictures. He's got the jacket. He's got the jacket. Oh my God, how stupid. He decided to he asked Lisa for these pictures of the jacket. Well, when she took a snapshot of them or a screenshot to show me, she sent them to him and he put them up on Facebook with my pictures on them. And it's like, get my pictures off there. Well, Lisa sent them to me, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, take your own pictures. Duh. Oh my God. There's no way he can take the pictures off. He's going to have to take everything off there. Get my pictures off there. And the one picture shows how much they were bidding on it. It's like, that's real brilliant, ain't it? Okay, rant over. Thank you. Freaking idiot. Freaking idiot. Some people's children. Yeah, it's funny. Well, he should have been a little smarter. I mean, if you're going to use the pictures, cut them. You can manipulate the pictures. Cut me off of it. You know? No common sense whatsoever. Oh my God.
Do you want to bring that, slide that can over?
You know, just throw the jacket on the couch and take a picture. Flip it over. Take another picture. You know?
We're almost got a hard boil here. So I'm going to get ready to add a cup of honey.
I'm truly thinking he was inbred. I really do. But the funny part is he can't fit into it.
So you could see it still got bits of foams. All right, so now we need to add the honey. And now we have to return this to a hard boil for 1 minute. So I'm going to measure in half a cup of sugar with that. That's all I have is a half a cup. And then we're going to stir it and stir it constantly. Because this will get to a boiling point that you cannot stir this down. And that's when you start timing it for 1 minute.
Robert said, almost mead. Just
Here, stir this.
add zest.
So if Jeff wants, he can taste it. Let's use our tasting
Oh, you're done
spoons.
tasting it.
Oh, you already thought ahead. So this is what you do: is you taste it and see if it's sweet enough. It's still tart.
More sugar.
It's actually good though with the honey.
Yep. There you go. A little bit more sugar. And I'm-
Still nowhere near the 7 cups they wanted.
No. No, 7 cups.
Robert says more honey. And when do you add the pectin? After it's cooled down or what? Better for you, honey. Yeah, honey's good. I haven't bought honey in a long time. They got some honey down here at this fruit market. But boy, nice looking honeys. Different flavors. Well, expensive. I think they want like $9 for a little tiny jar. Like, I like honey on my biscuits, but not for that price.
Did you try it again?
No. Well, this looks like it's going to set very well.
Well, I mean, it's going to set, but it's got to come to a boil. You can't stop stirring this. Actually, use the wooden spoon.
When do you add the pectin, Ruby?
Oh, it's already in there. You add it first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
That
Patsy.
is so good.
Patsy's
Hey,
in the
sister.
house.
Here you go. Try it. We have tasting spoons that I bought from Temu.
Mm.
I love these.
Mm-hmm.
That's
really
perfect.
Good. That's
That's
good.
perfect.
Taste the honey in there.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty darn good. And then I just rewash these and we just reuse them.
Right. Why let them go to waste?
Yeah, they're just little plastic tasting spoons.
Now, how many half pints do you think you get out of this one batch?
4 to 5.
Nice and glossy.
What?
It's nice and glossy now.
Yeah. I'm gonna run and get paper towel. I don't know. It's in the closet. I took it out of the packaging. It's getting this to that hard boil state. But you can't stop stirring this because the sugar burns very quickly. Grape jelly is yummy. And you can see it's going to thicken very quickly. There you go. Stir that. I'm going to lay down my paper towel here because it's just going to be a big mess. You had a hard time getting on YouTube? Uh-oh. Is it coming to a boil?
Yeah, it's starting to move.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's get this to its rolling hard boil.
Patsy, your puppy is too dang cute. She's just a bundle of joy.
Oh, it's starting to boil, guys. It's starting to boil. Yay. Come on, let's hard boil this. Here we go. It's starting to come along. Let's go. Boil up.
3 pounds? Wow. I think she's going to be a tiny thing. It looks like she really hasn't grown too much. But I love all the little videos you put out on her. She's so cute.
Turn that burner on. This burner's starting to piss me off. Here we go. That's what I needed to see. For some reason, that burner does not go super hot. I have to run an oven. That is bloody hot. Stir.
She's a corky.
There.
Oh, okay.
All right, now we're at that unable to stir down boil.
You only need to do it for 1 minute.
Yep, time it for 1 minute.
It's pretty fast.
I feel like I need to go lay down. My feet feel like they need to get horizontal.
Yep, I'm at a point now where I cannot stir down this boil. It's almost to the top of the pan. Yikes. And that's when you want to start the timer. When it's hard boiling like that. I don't know if they can see it, can they?
No, it's too far over. Not gonna matter.
I like to let it go for a little bit, like 30 seconds longer, because it doesn't hurt anything by allowing it to go another 30 seconds. So that was a rolling boil. Move that over. Camera.
Oh, okay.
So now
Tell me when.
it's got a little bit of foam. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. It's got a little bit of foam on it, so I will skim that off. Where is my thing?
Barely any.
I know, it's barely any, but it's enough that I want to take off because it will sit on the top of your jelly. Do you want to give me my citric acid? We're gonna fill that. I do have to put this pot back on the stove. All right. Okay. All right. So I know this is not required. Citric acid is not required, but I am a freak about botulism and not bacteria and stuff. Even though I've done everything according to the recipe, I still like to add a 1/4 teaspoon of citric acid to all my jars. And I've done it in every preserve, regardless of the acidity. Jam, not so much.
Is it a 1/4 teaspoon?
Yep.
There you go.
How many jars? You can give me 4. Okay, so our steam canner is ready. So I'm just going to add a bit of citric acid to each of these jars. It's going to give me 4 at a time. And I just like to be safe. That's put that over there. Okay. And let's add our. So you're going to do 1/2 inch headspace. For jams and jellies, it's 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch from the top. And I'm pretty good at judging it, so.
You don't have to bubble this, do you?
No, you don't need to debubble jam. It's pure liquid right now.
Get all that sweet.
Okay, so we're about 1/2 inch headspace. Now I'm going to dip my paper towel in some vinegar because there's stuff around the rim that you need to clean off or it won't seal. And these jars are hot as hell. And then you just do finger tight. Put your seal on, finger tight into the steam canner it goes. I need more jars. I think I could get at least 1 more, and the other one I'll dump in there. So it looks like I'm going to get 5 jars. Citric acid. Okay. Do you want to give me a bowl to put the rest of this in so I can start the next batch?
You don't need a very big one, do you?
No, because I'm going to dump it back in the next jam. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down now.
Big enough?
I don't want it boiling. I just want to keep the jars hot so I get the next batch done. Yeah. Put that back in the sink. Okay. Now we're going to start another batch. Right in the same pot. And you can check your jam by putting a spoon of it in the fridge. So we'll do that. But I could see it's already thickened. It's already starting to gel. It gelled on my spoon. Jeff, do you want to grab me the... Look, it's already gelled on here. So you know that's going to... It's even gelling on in here. So I'm going to dump that.
Yeah, I will take. You take
So let's start. So here is where you start. You start with your 4 cups of juice, freshly squeezed grape juice. You start with half a teaspoon of butter into your pot and 1 package of pectin. That all goes in right now. And then you bring this to a boil. You can't frig up and screw up and add your pectin in after because your jam will not turn out. You got to do it the way they tell you to do it. So I am just going to move this over to the next burner because this burner here is much quicker. This one sucks balls. This will come to a boil quite quickly. So you're supposed to stir this until the pectin has dissolved. Okay, so you can stir that while I get the other ingredients ready. We're going to get a whole cup of honey in this.
Oh, there goes all the honey.
Oh shit,
Oh.
the lid just blew off.
All right, put it all in.
Why not? We'll just put it all in.
Mhm.
We just bought this to make this jam. So just put the lid back on for a minute and leave it turned upside down. And I'm going to wash my sticky fingers. Sticky. I can't stand it. I'll refrigerate this in just to see.
He's ready for some PB and J.
What?
He's ready for some PB and J.
Right? So I think we're going to end up with 11 jars. I washed 12. So I really think we're going to end up with 12 jars.
11.
Or 11. Maybe 12. Never know. You never know. I am going to dump that back in. So that if we have
Hey,
that much
Big
left
Cowl. How are you?
That's another jar.
What?
That's another jar.
Sandra.
Hi, Vicky Cowell. How are you? Okay. So we're going to get our
It's not even boiling.
sugars ready. The rest of the
Minnesota
honey
ran
in.
on the road and got hit. Sad day. What, Gene?
What?
Minnesota ran on the road and got hit.
Who's Minnesota?
That's what I'm wondering.
Is that one of your cats? Yeah, I figured you guys were waiting for his results, cats. Okay, so we have honey, we have the sugar. And I refrigerated some of this jelly just to see how it does.
Oh, Sandra, how am I feeling? Actually, I am feeling really, really tired right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bid you all adieu. And I am going to go get my feet horizontal and lay down and take a nap. Ruby, I will talk to you later. Everybody in
All
chat, have a good rest of your day.
That really set. Bye, Martha.
I'll give you a heart. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I get it, Jean. I'm dumb.
There you go. She's a boiling now.
Is it boiling?
Yep.
Hard boiling?
Yep.
Okay, let's add our sugars.
Oh my God.
You're not going to get it now. That's a lot of honey. And there's 1/2 cup. And we're going to add 1 more 1/2 cup. And that's it. That's all the sugar we need. So I put a tester into in the fridge. Let's go see if our jam set or jello or
Yeah, damn.
or what do you call this? Jelly. And there's the test. And there's the test.
Not coming.
So it definitely set. Definitely set. It's perfect. Let's have a taste test. That is freaking delicious. Who knew you could make grape jelly and splash it all over your counter, all over everything?
Perfect.
Look at my Bubba cup. My Bubba cup is literally splattered in grape juice.
It's a nice shade of purple.
Mhm. So I'm done with this butter. Put the butter away. Okay. I am done with this. Done with this.
Add to the pile.
I need this. And I'm done with this. What is her issue?
She wants in here. So let her in.
Citric acid. I like to be safe. I just got it. Who locked you in there and didn't let you in, Tessa? Oh my goodness. My goodness. Poor girl. You're all alone. Also, they say you can use 100% unsweetened grape juice that you can buy in the store. Let that go an extra 30 seconds. because you started the timer and I didn't get to see it, so I don't trust you.
Oh, it was rising very fast.
Yeah, well, it's going to. Let it go another 30 seconds and then we can jar it. Yeah, you can use pure 100% unsweetened grape juice to make jelly with if you wanted to. You don't even have to use Concord grapes. That's made with Concord grapes anyway.
What fun is that?
Yeah, that's good. You can take it on, stick it over here, turn the burner off. So that one is ready. Do I need to skim that one? All right, let's have a look. See,
A little bit.
a little bit of skimming.
You don't need that anymore.
I do not. So I'm going to tilt my pot and take some of this foam off because I don't want the foam on my jam. You're never going to get it all, that's for sure. But you can get a good chunk of it. Do you want to give me that other jelly in the dish? So what I do now is, because I had jelly left over, I am going to
Here.
add this to the hot Jell-O. It was already starting to set. Ow, bitch. Because this was left over. Wow, that burns. That splattered my finger. Ow. So, jar time. This makes a big mess. So here goes my citric acid.
2 more.
And let's get these filled. I need a piece of paper towel to wipe the rims. I need a new one. I used the other one to wipe my fingers. So remember, 1/2 inch head space is all that's required for, oops. Oh, that one's perfect. Thought I overfilled it, but I didn't. That really burnt my finger. My finger is throbbing. This shit's hot. Okay. Okay, so I kind of, where's my spoon? Did you take it?
Whoopsie. Yeah, it has the jam all over it. That's what you need.
I want a new one. Please. Thank you. This one has a little too much foam in it, so I'm going to scoop the foam out. Same with this one. I don't want the foam. Because this foam will stay on it. It's not going to hurt it, but I just don't like the looks of it on the jars. I'm being meticulous right now. Okay, good enough. So now to wipe the rims with my vinegar. See? The rims are dirty. She's on my bed with her ball, right?
He pushed the pillow on.
Of course she did. The vinegar helps get rid of the sugar off the rim. Finger tight. Ooh, these bitches are hot. 2 more jars. Okay.
Do the all three, see what happens.
I don't think I can do 3 more.
Think you can fit 2 more in there?
Where?
On
Yes. Did I put the citric acid in which
you put
jar?
citric acid in this one.
Okay.
So just add it to that.
Yeah. Okay, that can get poured in the dish if you want to take that. Pour all that into that dish and refrigerate it. Okay, so let's wipe down these rims. All right, we have 11 jars in the canner. Move it over so you can see. They're all in here. We're going to fire up the heat now. Put the lid on. Face it. Face it towards the stove. Yep. And this here,
Chicken.
where's my lid? Yeah, but I need a dry one or this is gonna harden. There we go. And that's it. Now, we have to wait for this for the needle to hit the green zone because we're zone 1. We are 632 feet above sea level here. So we're in that 1 to 1,000. Hi, Spooky Professor. Thank you. Thank you. So once it reaches the green zone, we're going to start the timer, 10 minutes. Then we'll turn the heat off, let the canner sit untouched. Don't open up it. If you want, I can wait the 10 minutes, wait for this to boil because this comes up pretty quickly. And I could show you as soon as we take this lid off, those jars start popping, like you will hear it. So if you want, I can wait. I'm going to dump this vinegar out. We are done with our canning for today. What a mess. Jeff made a big mess in the house. Where's the cloth, Jeff?
Somewhere in there.
I found it. I don't even know where the white key. That jelly is splattered everywhere. Like all my equipment that I use, the pot, the funnel, the whatchamacallit, the soup ladle thing, the ladle, all of it is all turned to gel now. So I know my jelly will set and it will be nice. If you follow the instructions, you're going to have beautiful, beautiful jelly and make it as sweet as you want. I know Ball makes a no sugar added pectin as well. Just don't remember the name of it.
Oh, low sugar.
Catherine Chapman, welcome and thank you. Thank you very much. I always try to stay organized. If you don't stay organized, and if you're in like the condition I'm in, where I'm constantly doing something, I have to be doing something, or we've been canning so much. We ordered 100 pounds of tomatoes last Friday, and we had to process 100 pounds of tomatoes. I felt myself starting to feel overwhelmed because we just been canning so much stuff, and we had peppers to do. We had corn on the cob to do. What else did we have? Oh, we had the corn, the tomatoes, and what else? Oh, what else did we buy? There was 3 things we processed.
Jalapenos?
No. But anyway, I started to feeling very overwhelmed, but I just kept cleaning my kitchen. I kept putting things away. I kept cleaning up after myself, kept getting organized again, because it does become very overwhelming. It really does. And I'm at that point now where, like I told Jeff, I need a break. We have a lot of tomatoes from our garden. And I'll show you an example. These are ready for the freezer. We have tons of tomatoes like this from our garden. And I've been just coring them, washing them, and putting them in freezer bags to make tomato sauce. Well, that started off with, well, we'll just freeze them until we start being able to can these. So I left these were green, and now they have completely turned red. And I still have a few more there that are ready to go into the freezer. So we just have to wash them, core them, put them in the freezer. And then, here's an example of one bag. This is one. We have 5 of these full of tomatoes that came out of our garden. And I even have cherry tomatoes. These are called midnight snackers. You can see they're kind of black. They're purple. Those are midnight snackers. We threw those in the bags too because we just couldn't eat everything. It was just coming out of our garden way too fast. And so, like I'm talking, look. Ugh. Just look at the size of some of these tomatoes that were in our garden. So all I do for this, these were actually already washed. We washed these when we took them out of the garden, is I just pull the core out and throw them in here. And then I freeze them. And then we're going to make tomato sauce with them. And we just let it cook down and cook down and cook down, like for a whole 24 hours in our little electric roaster. We just let them cook down. So I'm going to take all of these. These are all out of our garden. This is actually the last of our tomatoes. This is it. Crystal Castle, yes, I'm still here. We're on, Jeff, is that in the green zone? I can't see on top of that. I'm so short. I can't see it.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Yet. Close.
Okay. So this is the very last of our garden tomatoes. And I'm just going to throw, this one's not quite ready. This is still, it can sit in the window a little bit longer. But these are ready. And I'm just going to go one day and dump all these in the roaster and let them slow cook. And then we'll put them through our food mill, because we have a tomato food mill, and strain all the seeds and the skin and just have pure tomato pulp. And then we'll put those. How many bags are in the deep freeze of that?
Like 2 or 3?
Okay, that's got to be in the green zone. I can't see.
No.
No?
Doesn't go that fast.
Oh.
Oh. Right on the cusp of it.
Okay. This has got to go back in the window. And this is our one and only pumpkin. that we got. Look at the way it's shaped. It's still turning orange. We had to pick this because the branch was starting to rot, so I just cut it off. But it is turning orange. This was all green here, so it's turning orange a lot. That's our one and only pumpkin. So I'm going to let the grandkids dig this. We also planted white berry pumpkins, and for some reason, they stopped growing. They got this big. So these are white pumpkins, and that's only how big. They never got bigger. So we're just going to let the grandkids carve these out. This one's for Raina, and this one's for Chase. And let them carve these little pumpkins out. They're so cute. But these are white pumpkins. I really don't know how big they were supposed to get, but they stopped growing. And I think it's because when we planted, they climbed up the vine that we had for it, and the branch bent right over top of where it was hanging, and I think it cut the circulation off of it. And yeah, I do make my dogs treats. See, look. Shit. But they'll come out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
did Tiana get at them?
Canada.
Oh. I can't read that. No, it's not quite. It's got to go a little bit, that needle's got to move a little bit more into the green zone. But see, sister, I do make my dogs treats.
They keep this.
This is pumpkin, 100% peanuts with no salt, no sugar added peanut butter. It's pure peanuts and oat flour and applesauce. And then I just dehydrate them in the oven at 170 degrees. And that's what my dogs eat. I have not bought store treats in a long time. Plus I make them a shoe leather. Not a shoe leather. What do you call that? Like a fruit leather. And that's made with blueberries, bananas, applesauce, strawberries. It's all mashed, and then you put it on a parchment paper and you bake it in the oven at 170 degrees or 175, whatever. And you just dry it out, and it's hard, crispy treats for them. My dogs love them. I still think this is in the green zone. Kind of looks like it in the camera.
It is now.
Okay, so now it's in the green zone right here. Set the timer for 10 minutes. And we process the jelly for 10 minutes. That's it. And that is a recipe right from the pectin box from Bernardin. And they have all kinds of recipes in here, actually. They've got jelly is this side, and jams are this side, and freezer jams are over here. So you can make apple jelly, blueberry, raspberry jelly, blueberry jelly, cherry jelly, currant jelly, elderberry jelly. I'd love to try and make elderberry jelly.
We'll pick some elderberries. You gotta go out. Gotta go out there.
Get that paper off the stove. You're making me nervous. That's sold, Patsy. When you sent that to me, I clicked on it. It said sold. Anyway, you can make all these jellies, strawberry jelly, bottled juice jellies. And then it's got all these jams over here. But these are all the no sugar pectin ones. So, and these are the ones we followed to make blueberry. We made cherry. We made strawberry. We made all of these three jams. We made strawberry rhubarb with the no sugar pectin, and it was so good. We still have some. Yeah, it was sold.
What was sold?
The jars are the canning stuff that Patsy sent me from Marketplace.
Oh, Somebody was selling some cans.
Canning jars and lids and seals for $20 or $25. But when I clicked on it, it said sold. There was no, none for me. So it's getting quite hot in my house. But I want you guys to see how this works. The steamer is the best way to go, guys. Don't use water bath canners. Get yourself a steamer. I gotta turn my fan on because that steam is heating up my house. I can't stand it. It's really hot in here. Let that fan suck that steam up. I know it was cheap, Patsy, but that's why it's sold. Get in my Hey, wait, Crystal, I gotta put the paper back on the stove. And then you can get in your car. Look at my naughtiness. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I can enable you all I want. This was my best investment, was buying this steam canner. Oh my God. $70 on Amazon. It is the best investment ever because we've done a lot of canning lately, and we've had this one going with 7 jars or 8. We have the big water bath canner going at the same time. It's like, do we ever stop? No. But this is it for a while. I do want to make the maple. What happened to my recipe for that, Jeff? Maple candied jalapenos. It's from Ball. It's a Ball recipe. Oh. Oh. Huh. I don't know what happened. About 4 minutes left. Yeah, I'm in the green zone. It's it's timing. It's timing right now. It gets so hot that the lid likes to try and blow off. The lid's popping up on it.
Still on the green? No. Well,
Yeah. Yep. We're in the green zone now. I know. I'm timing it, sister. 3 minutes left. Then I'll turn it off, turn the stove off, and just let it sit for 5 minutes because you're not supposed to remove the lid right away. Because the reason being is the air is a lot cooler than what it is in the steamer, and you need it to come down to temperature for about 5 minutes before taking that lid off. Now, what can happen is you could get siphoning, which it will siphon some of the stuff out of your jars. You can get thermal cracks, which means you could crack your jars. It's just a lot of things that is a safety feature for letting your jars cool down in the pot for 5 minutes. That's all it is. 5 minutes. Then you can remove the lid off of this. If you have a water bath canner, you have to take the lid off and let the jars remain underwater for the 5 minutes. If you're pressure canning, these are totally stained. Jeff washed them. My wooden spoons are stained. Now, if you're pressure canning, it takes a lot longer because you got to wait for the canner to reduce in pressure. And that takes about 30 minutes. And once that little tab drops, you can hear it drop, you got to wait 10 minutes before you can remove the lid and before you can take the jars out. So that's a long process because most things are processed in the pressure canner for probably, some of our stuff is processed for 90 minutes, which means like that's probably chicken broth or something like that. Our corn that we did, how long did that have to go? It was 35 minutes.
yeah, it was only 35. It's just
But
in water.
the thing is, putting the corn in, letting it get to pressure, you gotta wait till it reaches the 11 pounds or when the regulated weight starts rocking. You gotta wait for that. And then once it gets to the 11 pounds and it maintains the 10 or 11 pound pressure, that's when you start the timer. And then you turn the stove off and let it come down, and it takes 30 minutes. Okay, so the timer went off, the stove can go off, we'll turn the fan off now.
But you get 5.
5 minutes. Yeah. You gotta wait for 30 minutes, and then you can set the timer for 10 minutes. Then you can remove the lid and the jiggler, the weight, and then you can remove the jars.
Did I just hear one of them pop?
No, that's this.
Oh.
Am I still muffled? It's because the fan was on, sister. I had to have the fan on. We turned it off now because this is done. We're just waiting the 5 minutes to take the lid off. And then you're going to hear jars start popping. So I'm just going to get a towel ready here. Towel ready to put the hot jars on to cool, and then they'll sit here for 24 hours. And then I will take them, I will put them in warm soapy water and wash all the outsides and take the rings off. I don't store my jars with the rings on because of false seals. So, gonna get this ready. Yeah. Get this ready to put the jars on it. See them. You take that off now. 3 more minutes. And fully processed. How many jars did you get? I didn't even count. 11?
Yeah, thanks.
That's what I said you would get. Hey,
Yeah, 'cause you only had one jar left out of that
12.
12, so yeah, you got 11.
What do you Yeah, I'm just cleaning up where all the doggy treats got.
Good. She's allowed to do that.
One more minute, guys, and we're taking them out. 1 more minute. And you're going to hear pop, 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 pop. I think, yeah, you'll see them there. I guess as soon as the cool air hits them, they'll start popping. And that's such a beautiful sound. And 3, 2, 1. Timer. Now we can remove the lid. You excited? I am. Woohoo! There they go. They're already popping. I told you guys they would pop the minute you took the lid off. So here's our hot jars. And I mean, these are hot. We got 11 jars of grape jelly. They're still popping. So when they pop right away, you know you did something right. Still popping. These are very, very hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just take a piece of paper towel and very, very lightly dab the water off the top, just so my rings don't rust. And I could see which one's popped and which one hasn't. And so far, only 2 of them have not popped yet. This one, oh wait. This one is the only one. that has not popped. And that's it. They have all popped. They've all sealed, except for this one. But that is amazing. Homemade grape jelly. Who knew?
Homemade grape.
From yeah, homegrown grapes. Well, I'm going to go do some dishes. I hope this helped you guys to see how easy it is to make your own. This is beautiful, beautiful jelly. Beautiful jelly. I hope it helped you guys to make some of your own. Go buy some unsweetened grape juice from the store, and you can even make it with that, as long as it's unsweetened. So you can see in the video, this is the only one that has not popped. All the rest of them have. That one will seal. It just needs to cool a little bit more, and then it'll pop. We'll be sitting in the living room and we'll hear it pop. If it does not seal, that's not a big deal. We'll just put it in the fridge. So I would say 2 hours. If that's not sealed, I'll put it in the fridge. I won't leave it on the counter. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. Learning how to make grape jellies. Sorry about that. Bye. I'll put it in your fridge, Patsy, yes. Yep, you'll get it. All right, see you guys. Bye.